What's up, y'all? My name's Chris, and today's video is going to be kind of all over the place. I had to shoot this over the past 2 weeks. I had a bunch of stuff going on. But anyway, I was trying to finish up this motor for this 400EX for a buddy of mine, and like I said, I'll be in a couple different outfits. It's taking me some time to film and get it assembled. This whole filming thing's definitely taking a lot of time out of my assembly times. But hey, I mean, gotta do it for the people. So, but yeah, make sure y'all follow. Stay tuned because we're gonna be putting this engine together, even though it's already together. But just finished it up today. Just shot the last little clip of it. And then the other thing is we got another 400EX that I'm doing basically the same thing. It's just a stock rebuild. So stock bore, stock stroke type deal. But it's going to be probably the same steps, most likely. I might do something a little bit different with the head. I don't know. We'll see. It just depends on how I feel when I get in there. But this customer, him and his wife, they ride the grandbabies on it, so he doesn't want it too peppy, but he wants it peppy for when he lines up against the owner of this motor. So, and that motor, I believe, is a 416, I believe is what it is. So, that, and it got a ported head on it, which y'all see everything. The only thing that is not recorded is me doing the bottom end, the piston and the cylinder, because I've already had that done before I started recording videos for YouTube. So, a little late to the game on that. But hey, y'all just hang tight, buckle up, enjoy the video. It's a long one. It's going to be long, I'm telling y'all that now. There's a bunch of time lapse in it because those videos are like an hour long, and I'm not going to make y'all sit through all that. So I time lapsed a bunch of stuff. I talked during some of it. Sometimes I didn't talk in it. So, but stay tuned. Here we go. Alright guys, let's go on and knock this out. We're going to lap some valves. What you really need is just some assembly lube. Doesn't really matter what kind. Get you some valve grinding compound. Make it easier. Get yourself a drill, piece of fuel line or something. Get that Johnny spinning. So you can put it on the back of your valve. And then go ahead and lap them. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our assembly lube, throw it on the stem. Don't really need a whole lot, but the more the merrier. Only put so much is going to allow it to get into the guide itself. So make sure this is all lubed up pretty good. And we're gonna slide her in. And what I like to do, I like to work it back and forth, spin it back and forth. Maybe do a couple rotations as I go. That way we can get as much as we possibly can in there. And pull her out, and as you can see, it's all blooped up right there on the edge. So we're gonna leave that there because it will work its way in eventually. Get you some lapping compound. Just put a little bit on the edge. You don't need a whole lot. And then try not to get this stuff on the valve stem itself, because this will destroy a guide in this heartbeat. So we're just gonna get her on up in there. We're gonna take our little drill with our piece of hose. We'll slide her on. Try to get this going before it touches the valve seat. Alright, we're just gonna give her a little spin. And what I like to do, I like to take my finger and just put it on the face of the valve, just to keep pressure. So I'll push with the drill to release, push with my finger to get your valve seat and valve lapped. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Sometimes if your finger gets stuck on the valve, just get you some assembly lube. If I can get her going here. Just get you a little dab of that on your finger, and then that'll help you spin. Alright, then we just pop her on out. Yep, that looked like it broke down good enough. It looks kind of mushy. Then we just make sure you wipe your fingers of the compound, the lapping compound. Make sure you get it all off. That way when you touch your stem to wipe it off the rest of the way, you don't get any of it on the stem. All right. Yeah, looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and wipe the seat. Alright, the seat looks pretty good. So if I can show y'all real quick. Can kind of see the difference between this seat and that seat, how that one's shiny and how dull that one is. So we're definitely doing some work. The valve looks pretty good. So I'm gonna grab a clean rag. And we're gonna call this one good. So I'm gonna wipe this compound, this assembly lube off. a little bit of the compound that's still on there. Just not much. We'll wipe the face of the valve. I'm going to take a paint marker and mark the valve and which seat I did. That way they don't get mixed up. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put one big dot on the valve, like so. Just one dot. I had another color, I had white, but I don't know what happened to it. So then right here on the inside, like in the bowl area, I'm just gonna put one little dot. And that right there will be my number 1. I'll go ahead and dot the second one for number 2. As you can see, there you go. You can kinda see it, but that's 1, that's 2. And then I'll flip it over and I'll do these exhaust ports. I'm gonna keep these odds and evens. So this one below number 1 will be number 3. This one will be number 4. There. Now, when I lap all the valves and I go for final assembly, I know which ones are which. That way they don't get mixed up. As you can see, that's still shiny. Kind of. Oh, still got a little dot in there. But I'll mark the valves as I go, just because I don't want to mark them and then from having to assembly lube my finger on it, I don't want them to wipe off and then get mixed up there. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to knock out these other 3 and do a little time lapse. Y'all just enjoy. Alright, so that part's done. Now I'm going to try to resurface this head. I don't have my 100% flat piece of stone anymore. That got damaged. So, but I have the next best thing. I have a piece of glass, and that's probably the closest thing to the flattest thing that I can find right now without sending this cylinder head off to the machine shop. All right, because that right there, 1, that's not in the budget for this build, and 2, we don't have time for that. All right, so we're going to take this piece of glass. We're going to take some, I believe it's 220 grit sandpaper. It's either 320 or 220, and we're going to take this here Sharpie that I just got, this big Sharpie, and we're going to color the mating surface of the cylinder head. And that right there is going to tell us where our highs and our lows are. So I'm gonna get that set up. I'm gonna leave the camera rolling, and y'all be able to see me do all that. But I'll probably time lapse it because it'll probably take forever in the day. All right, so that's probably gonna be the 3rd time lapse in this video. Trying to keep this video kind of short for you guys. So because that porting portion of the video was 1 hour and 20 minutes. So that's why that part's time lapse. I time lapse the valve lapping. I'll probably time lapse this part too. So, but y'all get what's going on. Alright, came out pretty decent. Not too bad. All that stuff right there you just seen, that was from brake clean drying, evaporating off. It's not too bad. We have a little bit right here, but I don't think that's going to be too much of anything. I think that's just from when I turned the head a different angle. I think that's all that is. So that's all it really looks like. But other than that, she looks pretty flat. So we're going to go ahead and take this on down. We'll peel this tape off. Alright, we got our surface cleaned back up. Alright, now I'm going to try to wash this. I'm going to wash this cylinder head off pretty good. I'm missing a couple of my little brushes and whatnot, so we're going to wash it off the best I can. And who knows, maybe I even steal a toothbrush from inside. I mean, they're only like $1 at Dollar Tree, so maybe I'll just go buy one. Who knows? I don't know. Give me a second. Let me get the pan and stuff set up. Alright, so I don't know what happened, but it just kind of cut off. So what I'm doing now, I'm just scraping the rest of this little gasket off. I just realized I forgot to do while I was starting to wash this cylinder head. It looks like somebody just took some gray RTV and went around it and used it as a valve cover gasket. So we're going to scrape this off and then we'll get to washing the head. We'll get back to that here in a second. Alright, y'all. Finally got this 400EX head assembled. These Cooper White valve springs are definitely stiff, let me tell you. Whew. But we got it together. So now we're just gonna set the head on the bottom end and get everything all torqued down, and I guess we'll do another time lapse of that. I'm not gonna do too much talking because I still have this other one right here that I gotta do. So I gotta get that one done. I might do some talking during that one, but for this one I just gotta hurry up and get it done. So, but yeah, go ahead, time lapse it, and we'll get to it. This is just not my day. This is really not my day. So just some context of what I literally just did that popped in my head as I was thinking about what all that I did to assemble this head, correct? And yeah, now we're just gonna go off on a rant real quick, right? All right, so y'all see me struggle with these valve springs. All right, these Cooper White valve springs, they're double valve springs, and let me tell you, them Johnnies are stiff. All right, they're stiff. To be a double valve spring, they are stiff. So which kind of works out because I believe this is a stage 2 cam that goes in this engine. And but anyway, so I was just sitting there thinking, and I'm like, man, this thing kind of just dropped down on here pretty good, right? I was like, I didn't have to take the little rubber mallet and tap down or anything. And it just kind of popped in my head and like, hey, guess what you didn't do, dum dum? You didn't put the dowel pins in. Which, now mind you, I've been real busy lately, alright? So I've been doing this, doing that, I had, life stuff going on. So, the one thing I forgot to do was pull the dowel pins out of the old head. This is a different head. Because this one, oh, hold on, y'all can't really see. There you go. This one got blown out. Alright, it's a little melted right here, and it's just no bueno. So, but anyway, I forgot to pull the damn dowel pins out. So, I'm going to take this back apart. Excuse me. So I'm going to take this head back off, and I'm going to put these dowel pins in it. So, I don't know if I'm going to have y'all watch me struggle on that or what, but might as well. Y'all want to see me struggle with these valve springs, so I guess y'all gonna watch me struggle on that too. So, alright, well, here we go. We're gonna struggle. All right. Now, so it's all together. It's good to go. Everything spun over fine. Everything rolled fine. No tight spots. No nothing. So the only thing that I got left to do is I gotta get the exhaust studs out of the old head and put them in this head. Then I need just 2 bolts for your valve cover, 1 and 2. So I gotta run to the hardware store and get those. But what else I gotta do? Oh, I gotta put clutches in it. So that was the other thing. Gotta put clutches in it too. Which that'll be quick and easy. I can do a time lapse of that. You know, it is what it is. So I guess I'll do a time lapse of me trying to get these exhaust studs out. So y'all gonna watch me struggle again. So I'm gonna slide this big old thing up out the way. All right, those are done. So now, we got some clutches right here. You got these from Sparks Racing. You got some fibers, some steels, and I believe the springs are in here too. Yep. So we got the steels right here. And we got some fibers and we have some springs. Now, I'm not sure what kit this is. The heavy duty one. 7 steels, 8 fibers. So no special instructions for it. They just say just follow Honda's instructions on how to install them, which is pretty straightforward. So you grab these stickers up out of here. Set them off to the side, throw this away. Alright. Pretty nice stickers. Okay, so I'll probably do this tomorrow because if y'all don't know, these have to soak for about 24 hours before you install them. Some people do them dry, but I've always installed them 24 hours after I let them soak. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go, when I go to the hardware store to get 2 bolts for the valve cover, I will pick up some oil. I'll probably soak them in 1040. So and then let them soak overnight and put them in tomorrow. So, but that's it for the little build series on this little 400EX. There is another one right there that we're doing. After this one gets done, I mean, this one basically is done, but I still got to put the clutches in it and then put those 2 bolts and it should be ready to go back into the 4-wheeler. So, but other than that, we'll be starting on this other 400EX right here probably tomorrow after we install these clutches into this motor. So, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It's a very long video, I know. So definitely a bunch of time lapse, not a lot of talking, but life's just been so busy and this thing sat on the back burner for a while, and now it's time to get it done. And springtime's around the corner, and I know he's gonna want to get out there, hit the trails, and race a couple people or whatnot. And so, but I gotta hurry up and get this to him, get the other 400EX engine done, so I can get back to work on Pennywise, because I know both of them are gonna want to try me on Pennywise, and I wish them luck, because Pennywise is gonna be a whole different animal. So she's going back stock bore. We're gonna save the big motor for the cut frame that I have, and we'll go from there. That'll probably be an engine that I've built throughout the year, and I'll do some updates on it here and there. You know, blase blase. So, but that's it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Look forward to the other ones. Like, share, subscribe, follow the Instagram page, CRW_motorsports. I'll be doing updates on future videos or regular old updates on, you know, some of the projects that I'm working on around here. So, but yeah, hope you all enjoy. See you next time. Peace.